My name is Charles Porter. This video is about Farmers Home Insurance and how that they dealt with me over the last 2 to 3 years. Um, I believe that they knowingly and willfully um, violated state laws and also made attempts to not give me proper amounts of refund on my insurance policies, which is, I believe, and also delayed it. And this has been for 2.5 years. Um, in the past, as an agent, this is some of the things that was taught to me, which is the 3 Ds of insurance: to deny a claim, to refuse to get or grant requested or desired to someone. They deny it. They deny the claim. And then when they deny it, you have to prove, you as a client have to prove that they owe you this money or this claim. And sometimes that takes a court case and a long period of time. Then they'll delay the particular case. An example of is there was one insurance policy that was canceled of mine, and they it's been over 2 years now since that they have paid the refund on the amount of money that they owe. They delayed it. Then also, because of this denial and delay, a particular client is more susceptible to discount what is legally obligated. The insurance company is legally obligated to pay you. They will discount it. And this is the 3 Ds of insurance, which this is practices that a lot of insurance do. Many times these bad faith insurance companies will take and violate laws. For example, is insurance companies are required by state law to settle claims in a timely manner, not delay it and go on and on and on. They'll say, well, how could insurance companies make money on delaying of insurance policies? Say, for example, say they had a 500,000 customers, which Farmers I know has many more than that. But say they have a 500,000 customers and 10,000 of those customers has got a claim. If those 10,000 customers, each one of them had a claim of $10,000, you do the math, and you take that 10,000 times 10,000, and then figure the interest on the 3 months, 6 months, or however long they delay it. This is money that they're making money off of the money that they legally owe you. This is a practice that insurance companies figure that they can save money by delaying these things, which is a violation of state law. Now, many times with insurance companies, they will use different types of advertisement, and some of these advertisements they show, like the All-American car or the U.S. flag, or a particular individual that's very highly respected, to show forth that they are a very reliable, very respected company and do things above board and correctly. But I also worked for an insurance company that did the same practices. Now, with this in mind, they're they're using deception in order to get clients. They're using deception, like, I'm an all-American company, I do the best it is. I'll teach you honestly. But I would use this terminology: come on down. We'll write you out a policy and we'll cheat you right. Not treat you right, cheat you right. You'll notice in these pictures here, these look like very clean-cut American people, very honest looking, very things. But you can't just think about these particular people that is managing this corporation. Their idea is to make a profit. That's the whole thing it is about. And also, making a profit, one of the things is to do is to the, cut the cost as much as you can. Now, to cut the cost as much as you can, then you go back to the three basic principles of the 3 Ds: deny, delay, and discount. So these practices is not just one or two insurance companies, for example, this particular insurance company has been sued, and they've also lost lawsuits because of improper dealing with the public, their actions. This is one of the main individuals that I've been dealing with. But before I dealt with this particular individual, I probably made at least 40 different phone calls, long distance phone calls on my dime, which cost me hundreds of dollars because at the distance that I am from the US, I'm presently out of the country on vacation. So each time that I would make a phone call, it would cost me anywhere from 50 cents to $1.50 a minute to make these phone calls. Now, after about 4 or 5 months, then this particular individual was the senior customer care representative that represented the farmer's insurance company. Now, when we go into my particular case, I will show you that even this particular individual started the 3Ds of insurance. Now, I also received an email from this particular individual saying that I had a level of responsibility as touching my insurance and insurance claims, that I had a level of responsibility, which I do. I believe that I do. But when he was talking about a level of responsibility, that I have to keep an eye on the insurance company that I'm dealing with in order to keep them from cheating me? I gotta be responsible to keep them from cheating me. Even they themselves admitted that there was errors that was done. There was errors and done. I will show you emails to show that they actually did state that there was mistakes made in my account. But the question is, and then also they said, well, we sent several checks out. They sent several checks out. Now, there is one check that I say that, yeah, there's a possibility that they sent one out, but not several. Because if they say that there's several, I need a copy of the date that it was sent and also the amount that was sent. This is a copy of the Brown County Courthouse's records on the sale of the property that I had in Lake Winoka. Farmers Home Insurance Company for several years was insuring this particular property. And when I sold this, they'll say, well, we didn't have records of the discontinuance of this policy. But I can show proof to the fact that they was fully aware that the property was sold and also it was discontinued. I went to the farmer's insurance agent at the time. After I sold the property, I moved into an apartment. When I moved into the apartment required that I have renter's insurance on that particular property. So when I went to the farmer's home insurance company and told them that I needed a new policy for the new place that I had, which was in Wheelersburg, Ohio. When I had Wheelersburg, Ohio, I told them that, listen, I sold the house and also that to close that count out, and also I needed a new policy to cover the place in Wheelersburg, Ohio. So this is proof that they knew that I had moved. They also they said, well, at one time they says we didn't have a forwarding address. Well, how did they issue mail to me? And also even with that particular policy that I had at Wheelersburg, Ohio, after that policy was before that policy was, or I canceled that policy. And the thing is even a few months after I got an email from them saying that they needed my forwarding address, and they continued to withdraw money out of my account out of a closed account. This is just to show you that not only different people in the past was manipulating my account and giving false information. Also, Mike also now is saying that because that they said that they didn't have no record of it, just because the past agent didn't send the records in correctly, that that you can cheat me out of several $100s. This is proof here that one, it was closed out. Also, that I went to the agent and told the agent that I needed a new policy, and also for the renter's insurance, and he was fully aware of this. And now you're saying that, well, okay, we just continue to take the payments out even though you didn't own the house, and even though you gave us information as to where your address was at, also that you had a new policy. Just because that, we'll just lapse it all off, and we're going to keep the money. That's not how it works, Mike. This is a little bit of a summary of the amount of the check that they sent to me. You'll notice on this particular thing of $745.36 for the cancellation of your home policy back on August 17, 2021. Now, what happened during that time? This was just right after my wife had passed away. And there was a lot going on in my life that like I said, I lost my wife of 48 years. I also had to move, sell my house. Several things was going on at the same time. And like I said, when I sold this house and I moved into an apartment, I contacted the Farmers Home Insurance and told them that I had sold the house, that I needed a new policy and all that. Now, this also confirms that Mike even showed that they owed me that money. Now, you'll notice that later on, Mike changed everything. This was just the last email that he sent me. This is Mike's email statement to me. He knew that he owed me this money, and now is trying to renege on it. That makes it willful denial of correct claim, fraud. Notice the statement that he made. And of course, he was saying it's my responsibility. What is I fulfilled my responsibility by telling the individual that I had sold my house, that I needed a new policy. He took down the new address, sent the bills to me on a correct manner. It's just that the previous agent did not cancel the policy, just like that he didn't cancel the two policies when I sold or when I moved from the apartment in Wheelersburg. The same agent didn't. When I contacted him, I gave him um, the information of who I sold the vehicle to. I gave him the information on the renter's insurance. Even 2 months after that, they sent an email to me saying that they needed my forwarding address so that they could send the bills to me. And they continued to send them to me, even though they was totally aware of the fact that I was not living in that place. They was totally aware of it. Um, Also, during this time, I have an email showing that that the one check that they sent me, which was around $100 and some, the one check that they sent me, that they said that this closes out the account. The account is completely closed, and they owe me no more money. What they did is they just sent for 1 month premium on both accounts. 1 month premium on both accounts, and they was withdrawing money for 6 months illegally out of my account. Just to show you that the different practices of the 3Ds of insurance. Well, we're going to deny that we owe you this money. We're going to delay it for how many years, and also we're going to try to discount it. So now we're going to cut it back. We told you this much. Now we're going to cut it back. The 3Ds of insurance. Now, what I would say to management, is this what you're teaching your agents, the 3Ds of insurance? Is this what you're teaching them? Are you the all-American company that shows that flag on one of your advertisements? Are you the all-American company? Or are you the all-American company that the fine American-built cars? Is that the company that you are? I tell the people this: be careful when you're dealing with insurance companies. Also, and all you people out there concerning the 3Ds of insurance, you also have rights to sue. I haven't at this time. I've been trying my best. I've even went way, way, way beyond what is correct in order to try to get this settled. But they refuse. Now, I have two requirements. I had the two requirements. They said that they would send the money to me by my checking account, which they illegally took money out of my checking account. Can they not put it back into my account? They tried to cheat me out of several different money groups. Could they not put it back in? Also, I want an apology, not just where Mike said every time he sent a thing, I'm sorry. I want to know what you're sorry for, exactly what you're sorry for. And management, if I don't receive anything, then you're in agreement to this. In the future, I will send additional YouTube videos. I'll send additional YouTube videos, and with also different individuals that have had action with Farmers Insurance Company, and also their videos. I'll post those. To the public, be careful when you're dealing with insurance companies that have ethics that's not good. I'm not saying that every agent in Farmers Insurance is crooks. I'm not saying that at all. But I also am saying that they deal with their public on a planned practice, which is the 3Ds of insurance. So be careful, public. Thank you very much. Oh, send it. If you have any information as to anything that's concerning this, please send a comment in the YouTube video. Put the comment in there. Also, and I will get back with you for a potential if this goes into a class action. Thank you very much.